Hey everyone, Sherman here, and today I'm going to do a review of my Kizer Sheepdog. Now, you guys who have been following me, my subscribers, I know I've created a lot of videos on my Kizer Sheepdog, but I did not want to give it a full review until I've played with it for about 2 weeks, and now I think I'm ready to give you guys the review of the Kizer Sheepdog. But if you haven't seen my previous videos on the unboxing and first impressions of this Kizer Sheepdog, please do check out my video links down below. There's also a part where I disassemble it. I took out the T6 screws on the pocket clip, and I also did some maintenance video on it, which was about how to keep the scale shiny. Okay, so pros and cons, right? I'm gonna start with the cons first, because I'm going to say that I really love this, but this guy patinas really fast, right? So what I mean by patina is that it develops some stains really fast on the scale. So I use a microfiber cloth to keep it clean. I have the Kizer one as well that came in a box, but it just grew really dirty fast. So yeah. And part of the reason is because I also protected this with a silicone spray, so a lot of dirt gets on top of it, and it gets really dirty. And where's the box for it? Okay, the box for it, it's not impressive. You just forget about using it as a gift for your friend. It really sucks, but I'm going to show you guys anyway, because this has the specifications for it if you guys want to know. 3B steel, brass, and yeah, you can see some other specifications, such as the size of it is above 3 inches long, slightly above for the blade length. But I can say that the 3V for this knife is just awesome. Okay, it's like a super steel. I mean, it is a super steel, and you can see how sharp is it. It's like butter smooth when cutting through paper. And I have no idea why, because I have the Kizer Critical with the same steel, but it doesn't cut as well. Maybe it's the blade geometry. You can see that it's a very thin blade, right? It's I think it's more of a saber grind. Well, it's definitely not a hollow grind. So yeah, I think it's more or less a saber. You can see here, right? So let me just show you guys. Yep, so more or less saber grind, and really nice action on this. What am I talking about? I haven't gone through the negatives yet. So some of the negatives, like I said, very easy to patina. So it gets dirty really fast. You have to keep it clean. It smells like brass. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if you guys know how brass smells like, but you can smell your padlock. It smells like that. When I use Brasso on it, I guess it adds to the smell as well. I mean, if you guys like that kind of smell, then you can bring it around. But for an EDC knife, I don't think it's the greatest idea to put this in your pocket. It smells when you hold it, but it makes a really good showpiece. Why am I talking about positives? Negatives first. It's really heavy, right? It's really heavy. So when you put it in your pocket, you can really feel it. If you have loose pants, it's gonna drag your pants down. And this tip is actually quite sharp, right? You might not know how sharp is it until you actually use it. See, I'm pressing the other way, and it still manages to create a hole, right? So you know, I'm not going against the edge, I'm going against the back part, so it can create a hole just by doing that. See, you guys can see that. Okay, it creates a hole with the back part, so you have to be really careful. I accidentally cut my chest. Yeah, I think the scar here, I'm not sure which one is it, but yeah, you have to be careful. So yeah, I guess that's all the negatives I can think. Oh yeah, the T6 screws, ridiculous. Like I said, link down below, you will see how I removed the T6 screws for this. The pocket clip, one of them is removed already. I don't need a strong pocket clip. I'm not going to bring it around in my pocket much anyway. I think I will just keep this at home. Okay, now now you guys are gonna think, oh, there's so many negatives, but let's get to the positive. So when I say keep it at home, the reason why is because it's so nice. Who would want to use this? I know it has the sharpest edge, right? The sharpest edge like I have for any knife, but it's just too cool. And 3V steel, this is like one of the best steels ever. Am I going to make use of the 3V completely? No, but it's just, you know, just awesome to know that you have this in your collection, right? And so you just want this as part of your collection. I guess one of the reasons why a lot of people didn't review this on YouTube yet, aside from it being so new, is that I think I'm actually creating the first review for the Kizer Sheepdog Brass Edition. But like I said, a lot of people don't really see the value in this because of the weight. It's not really practical unless you like something that looks like this, has brass scales. You might want to patina it, but I would suggest just keep it the way it is. It's like gold, and when you put it, I don't know, on this nice showcase, or you can put it, of course I won't put it here, but sometimes you see it here in the background while I'm doing unboxing videos or other reviews. You know, again, thanks to Thomas Tools. So when you see it here, it's just impressive, right? It's just an impressive knife that can really just stand on its own, and it's just awesome. But like I said, really heavy knife, you just have to be careful with it. And of course, the best part about it is the action. Just check this out. The action is awesome, right? It's just so smooth like butter. And you can use not just the button lock, okay, the button lock. Okay, you need, like, when I first got it, the action was not as smooth until I actually put some silicone spray in it. Just watch my maintenance video down below if you want to know how I did it and how I made it so smooth and how I protected it. So you can see that it has the lock bar here to prevent it from going up, and also the button lock, which will be able to like hold it when it goes down, right? I'm sure you guys can see it. Here you go. That's the button lock down there. This is the lock bar on top. So it's pretty close to each other, except the lock bar is, I mean the button lock is here. So when that goes down, it's like a double, you know, a double, what do you call that? It's not even a detent, right? Basically it holds the blade in place when it's fully open and when it's fully closed. So that's what is keeping this thing together and making it work. So you can actually check my video, my disassembly video, on how it works. I did so many videos on it because I really love it. It's like a Lego piece that I had so much fun taking apart and putting it together. So if you ask me whether it's a practical knife, no, it's not really practical, but at the same time it's fun. You know, why do you buy Lego? Because you want to have fun with it, and this is the same knife. You can disassemble and assemble it, and it's really fun to take apart and put it together. And then when it's put together, the action is just awesome. Look at that. It's just such an awesome knife that you can flick open using the spidey flick, whether with your left hand, or your right hand, right? Okay, so the thing with this is that it has this detent, right, where you actually flick it out. So the reason why you need a detent to be good is so that your flick will actually move the blade completely open, right? So you need to practice it to the point where you can get that right. See, you just have that one flick and it opens really well like this, right? So it takes a bit of practice, okay? Okay, so the thing is, when I first got it, there was a bit of a lock stick. I don't know why. With like Kizer knives, I had that same problem with the TN knife as well. When you put your finger in and you try to push it out, it gets stuck, right? And you need a lot of strength to push it out. So what I did was I sprayed the button lock here, so you see the bar in there. Okay, I sprayed the button lock with a lot of silicone spray, and I also put the olive oil on it. Okay, so when you do that, then the action becomes really smooth, and you sort of need to learn how much strength to give it to actually move this flick, you know, to get this flick, the spidey flick to work and fully deploy the blade, right? So here you go. On my right side, I can do it easily, no problem. Even if it's facing downward, I can do it as well. So I've gotten used to my right side on how to deploy the blade. My left hand obviously is not as dexterous, so there we go. So I always need some practice with it, but see, you need some practice. Okay, so the thing with the button lock is that whenever it comes out halfway, it also holds the blade, because the button lock engages when you lift it up. When you press it down, then it disengages, and then you are able to flick out your knife, right? So so when you press it out, you can actually just use gravity to let the knife come out. So it's really nice to do that without using your fingers at all, to just open it by using gravity and a bit of momentum, so it will sort of like go up and down. In fact, when I first did the unboxing video, if you guys remember, I completely forgot about this finger hole on the blade to deploy the blade, and I just used this button, right? So even if you just want to do that, it's much safer actually when you just use the button and just let gravity do the job for you. But the finger flick is actually quite fun to do as well. So oops, see, and it's not that dangerous as some knives, because like I said, when you flick it out and it doesn't fully deploy, this button lock, you've already let it go, so it holds the blade in place. So in order to make the blade go down, you have to press it, right? See, and you press it, it goes down. So yeah, there we go. So really nice action, really fun, really fidgety. I like I said, the gold color of it. It's actually brass, but it gets dirty really easily. Always remember to clean it and keep it in the showcase and looking great like new, right? And this other point that I have is this T8. Kizer should have given me an extra T8. I put some wax in there to make sure that I don't wear out the teeth on the screws, just like what happened on the T6 screw on the pocket clip. But thankfully it's all T8 here, T8. So I hope it remains, you know, it's good. It's a good knife to hold for a long time, and it will keep me happy for a really long time. In fact, probably my lifetime, because the button lock doesn't wear out. There's no like spring inside, and you can see here it's really well centered, and everything, it's really nicely done by Kizer. So good job on this one. I really like it. For the price, it's so much better than the titanium ones. And then like the TN was supposed to be like a great blade, but it's more expensive, you know, than this, and this is cheaper. But yeah, it's just such an awesome knife that you guys should really appreciate, right? Yeah, so I can just keep doing that and have fun with it. But this is the knife that you guys want in your collection, especially if you like the Kizer Sheepdog. Of course, if you compare it to the clutch lock, that might have better action, but this button lock, I think, is just perfect for this brass handle. When you open it and disassemble it, it's, you know, it just feels good. You know, there's no like, it's not too complicated like the clutch lock or the axis lock, where there's you know, where you have to adjust the springs and all that. This one is just the button tension, so that you just have to adjust that, and then you can get this kind of a feel to it. Okay, my left hand again, like I said, not that great, but I'm getting the hang of it. But still, this is it has that really nice thing. If you hear it, the sound of it is like ASMR sound, so it's just awesome, right? And then it comes here, and then you press it again, and it locks. So just awesome. I really love the action. I really love the looks of it. And if this knife is your thing, try to grab it from Kizer's website. I think they still have it, but yeah, it's always running out of stock because it's just such a great looking knife. And like I said, might not be the most practical, but these days you have people just buying like the small concept dessert knife, and having fun with it. So for the knife world, for the knife community, definitely get this as part of your collection if you can. And I guess I will see you guys. Oh wait, let me just show you guys the blade itself. The Kizer logo is here, and then 3V, and over here we can see the designer Sheepdog Knives. That's all for the knife. It's very simple, very elegant, like say gold and silver stone wash blade, sheep's foot, but actually it's a bit like a Van Cleef because of its sharpness. I just didn't think it was so sharp, like say this, and also just to pierce is just awesome. Look at that. So after it pierces, it can just go down, and despite the huge blade width, it's just such an excellent cutter. But like I said, I'm not even gonna use it. I'm just gonna put it on show because it's just so nice, and I feel kind of safe with it even compared to my other knives, because it's although it has a sharp edge, but its deployment method and the way that you can just get the knife out by pressing the button without your fingers in the way keeps it pretty safe and pretty fidgety and fun to play with without getting you in trouble. So I guess that would be all from me for my Kizer Sheepdog Brass review. If you guys want to know more about it, please do comment below, ask questions, watch my previous videos, all linked down in the description as well. And I will see you guys real soon. And take care now. Thank you so much. Please do give me a thumbs up, like and subscribe, click that notifications bell. Bye.